All right, first of all, what is your name and where are you from?
My name is Colin, and I'm from New York.
Okay, you're a native New Yorker.
Yes, sir.
All right, what is the difference between Manhattan and the rest of the city, or the other boroughs? I mean,
Manhattan is more like commercial, and the other boroughs are more residential. People live in Manhattan, especially like if you go uptown. Yeah, but like it's much more about like stores and parks and like tourist attractions, things like that.
Yeah. So now, what are some good places to go to when the weather is nice here in New York?
Well, right here, Washington Square Park is nice.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get a little bit away, you want to go to the beach. Yeah. You go to Rockaway Beach. You go to Long Beach. Yeah. You go to 3 Mile Island.
Yeah. Now, let's say you was me and you was filming videos. Where would you go?
Where would I go if I was filming videos?
Yeah, like this.
Like this.
If you wanted to pick people's brains.
Yeah, I would go to the parks because you can actually catch people. Like if you went somewhere that was more busy, it'd be harder to catch people because they're on their way to somewhere. Yeah. Whereas people are on their way to here, so when they get here, they're kind of chilling out.
Because I went to Central Park, that was whack. You had a lot of mothers pushing like baby strollers, and they wasn't trying to be filmed.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. So don't go to Central Park if you're gonna try to film videos.
Yeah.
Do you have any special talents? Anything that you're particularly good at that other people are not good at?
I studied physics in college, and so I'm pretty good at math and physics.
That is impressive. That is impressive. Were you always a good student?
No.
What was the secret to your success? Because a lot of people they do poorly in school, and they're wondering why they're doing poorly in school, and they desperately want to. How can they do that?
So the secret to my success was confidence in myself and my ability to do it. Because without that, you're always gonna think you can't do it, and you're always gonna get in your own way. Like I used to think I was really bad at math, and then I realized I could actually be pretty good at math if it was the right situation, the right teacher, the right context, and the right motivation. I wanted to study physics because I thought physics was really cool. I realized that math is necessary for physics, right? So I was like, all right, let me sit down, let me get good at this math.
Who motivated you or inspired you?
In terms of physics, I was mostly motivated by this physicist from way back in the day, from New York. His name was Richard Feynman, and he was real smart, and he was like, by the time he was 24, he was working on the Manhattan Project, which also started in New York but moved to Chicago. That was the experiment where they built the nuclear bomb, and he inspired me quite a bit.
Who or what gave you that confidence that you needed to get to where you're at?
I did.
So it was all self-motivation, self-confidence.
Yeah, confidence, ultimately, it has to come from the self. It can't come from anything else.
So it wasn't your parents, your teachers, your wife, or whoever?
No. Actually, a lot of them discouraged me because I wasn't so good at math. They wanted me to find something else to do.
So you had to get away from them in order to rise?
More like prove them wrong and show them that I could do anything I set my mind to.
That's good advice. That is definitely good advice for the youth these days. What would you like to do when the pandemic ends?
What would I like to do when the pandemic ends?
Yeah.
I want to go to concerts because I really like music. I'm a musician as well. Yeah. And I just miss being able to go to shows, meeting people at concerts, doing my own shows, things like that. What
kind of music you make?
I make rap and I make rock music.
Do you want to rap for us right here or no?
Not particularly.
Okay. Now, do you have a channel yourself? Because
yes.
a lot of performers, they will also have a channel.
Yes, I do.
Please tell us about that.
So my channel is Dread Scott, DreadScott, and I put up some of my songs there, and you can go check it out. I would highly recommend it. It's on the more laid-back, chill vibes kind of side, and I think a lot of people would like that.
What other social media platforms are you on?
I don't really use social media that much. I have like a personal Twitter and personal Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that would be dread.scott, DREAD.SCOTT. And yeah.
How did you come up with that name, Dread Scott?
Okay, so it's layers to it actually. So my dad was a DJ, and so his DJ name was DJ Kev Dread, because his name's Kevin and he has really long dreads. And so that's where the dread part came in. the Scott part comes from my favorite rapper is Kid Cudi. His name is Scott Mescudi.
Okay.
And then historically, there was a Supreme Court case back in the 1800s about this man named Dred Scott, who went to the Supreme Court and he fought for his freedom and he lost. And it's looked at as one of the worst Supreme Court cases in history. But there's a lot to learn about what it means, because he went and he believed that since he had lived in a free state for 12 years that he was free. And so he had the confidence in himself to go fight the court. Even though he lost, it set the precedent of people standing up and fighting for themselves and fighting for what they believed in. And so those 3 layers of inspiration, my dad, my favorite rapper, and this man who fought for what he believed in, is all what my music is about.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now let me ask you this: what kind of videos do you watch?
What kind of videos do I watch? I watch podcasts and I watch a lot of anime.
Any specific podcasts that you particularly enjoy?
I would recommend checking out Mr. Lucario. He makes a lot of stuff about understanding relationships and things like that. He's got a pretty good podcast.
These friends of yours over here?
No, I mean maybe, but not at the moment.
Potential friends.
Potential friends.
Potential friends. Okay. What were you doing when the stay-at-home orders came into?
What was I doing?
Yeah.
I was protesting.
Did you want to get in on this too, so we can answer the same questions at the same time? I mean, or you can compare your experiences. You know what I mean? So, okay, I was asking, what were you doing during the stay-at-home orders?
So during the stay-at-home orders, I was making music, I was working, and I was protesting.
Okay. And you?
I was also protesting, also Netflix, bed, eat, sleep, and the director.
So y'all are not afraid to get blacklisted by protesting?
No. I'm already blacklisted.
Okay. That does not scare you. All right. Where do y'all see yourselves 5 years from now?
That's a good question. 5 years from now, I see myself as a very successful musician and artist, where people listen to my music, people buying my merch, people inspired by me, and me being further inspired by other artists to continue creating not just like snippets of content, but actual works that can last over the span of time.
I'm gonna be in school.
What are you studying?
Oh, I'm not in college yet.
Oh, what are you in high school?
Yeah, I'm a senior.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
So what you're gonna study in college?
Yes.
What are you gonna study in college?
Computer science.
Okay. Now one of the reasons why I brought the two of you together is because this is what my channel is about, is bringing people together. You see what I'm saying? Nice. People out here, they're all like strangers.
Yeah.
We're in a city filled with strangers. People walk by, they don't even look at you. All right. So what I'm trying to do is bring people together. It's like an online connection. All right. We can't get connected in real life, so let's get connected online instead.
It's funny you say that, because I like coming here to go and talk to strangers.
Right.
Because when you're a kid, they tell you not to talk to strangers. But one thing I learned growing up was not just the most important things, but everything that you want is going to come through a relationship with another person. And so if you go out and every day try to cultivate new relationships, you never know what you're going to get. Like you say you're going to study computer science. I studied physics and computer science when I was in school. So that's a connection we have already. You know what I'm saying? I saw you with your board, and I was like, okay, this guy's open. What
was your first impression? You think I was a whacker? I was a nut job?
No, my first impression was I need to kind of get the gears in motion to talk to more people. This guy is clearly open to talk, so that'll help me get those gears in motion and be like, oh yeah, now that I have this energy from this guy, let me go take that energy and put it somewhere else.
Yeah. Tell me about some of the positive experiences you've had by coming here and reaching out to people.
Just over at the fountain a couple months ago, I met a lovely young woman. We had an amazing conversation for hours about boba tea, about the Addams Family, about different anime, all sorts of stuff that we were both interested in. And I haven't seen her since, but it was a great afternoon.
Tell me about what has Washington Square Park given to you?
It gives me
what are you getting out of it?
So much unique people that I see every day in here. Like, I don't even go to college yet, but I just know when I come here, I just look forward to so much people, like with their artworks and their singing. There's just so much to see here.
All right, great. Now, is it better to, I'll ask you first, Is it better to be single or married?
I'd say it's better to be single, just because a lot of people don't know how to be married. You know, because being married requires like an understanding of other people. Being married requires an understanding of other people and how those dynamics kind of work, and especially relationships between men and women, because men and women can be so different. There needs to be like, the woman needs to understand what a man wants, and the man needs to understand what a woman wants in order to make that work. Unfortunately, because of like the way that our society is set up with industry and shit, people don't really know about that relationship anymore. And so I feel like if you stay single and spend your time cultivating that knowledge, you can then go on to have a long-term relationship, be married if that's what you choose to do, things like that.
Yeah, like, I choose to be married, honestly, because it's always, I feel like there's always that one person that will have everything that you need and will give you.
It's good to have a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, and you know that exact shoulder to cry on.
Facts, facts. What motivates you in life?
I feel like people that's already successful motivates me in life because they're already there, and how they got here is what I'm trying to, you know, see myself. They work hard, I'm trying to work hard, and if I see that, I'll know that I'll be successful just like them.
Is Facebook still relevant? Because it's on the decline.
I mean, yes and no. Yes, in the sense that they have a lot of money and they own Instagram and they like buy people's information, and so as like a mechanism, it's relevant. But if you ask a lot of people, like I'm 24, and a lot of people my age and younger, they don't really like Facebook that much. And like the younger kids, they don't use Facebook at all. They're more on TikTok and Twitter and sometimes Instagram. So no, going forward, I don't see Facebook relevant except as because they have so much money.
Honestly, I'm from Brooklyn, and everybody in Brooklyn uses Facebook. It's more like I just personally use it for memes and other people's pictures. And
You're the
stuff.
second person who said that.
Yeah, and Facebook isn't a problem to me. I just like use it just like Instagram.
What kind of questions would you ask if you were interviewing people?
What kind of questions would I ask if I was interviewing people? When is the last time someone made you feel special, and how did they do it?
I'd ask them like
let's say you was me.
Yeah.
What would you be asking people? What are you curious about? What do you want to know about your fellow man? You see these guys, you don't know what they're about. You don't know what they've been through. What are you gonna ask them?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure.
That's good. We'll skip that one. Are you a content creator?
Excuse me?
Are you a content creator? You make any videos? You make any pictures? Anything like that?
No, I just take pictures, but it's just for.
Okay. Now let me. I've already asked him. What is your biggest accomplishment in life?
My biggest accomplishment, since I'm so young, I feel like it's gonna be a way bigger accomplishment. But so far, it's definitely graduating high school because it's such a tough journey because of COVID and everything that's going on and online learning. Because that really messed me up the most.
Yeah, it threw you off.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you said before you're a musician and all these other things. What kind of responses you get from your fans?
A lot of my fans tell me they love my music and it makes them feel better.
Okay, that's great. That is great. Now, since I didn't ask her some of the questions, I'm going to go back to that.
Of course.
Okay, you mentioned you're from Brooklyn. Tell me what kind of places I need to visit in Brooklyn. Where do I need to go?
You gotta visit Grand Army. It's just like here, but it's like it's just like here.
It's a little bit more low key, but it's like there's not as many tall buildings around it. But
places that you can sit, but you'll still feel the experience you get here.
Also, what are some good